Hi everyone, welcome to What I Eat in a Week Vegetarian Edition. Let's start the week off with some crispy cauliflower. We're going to start making the batter by mixing some seasonings together. I have some oregano, cumin, garlic and ginger powder, paprika, salt and pepper. Then I'm going to use a vegan milk and I'm using soy milk today. We are using the whole package of 250 milliliters, and then to that we are going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of white vinegar to make a vegetarian version of buttermilk. Then mix everything together. If you want to make the cauliflower bite spicy, you can also add a few drops of hot sauce at the end. Then we're going to mix the cauliflower bites into the batter and leave it in the fridge for at least 1 hour. Next, I'm going to shallow fry the cauliflower pieces after dipping them into flour until they become crispy like this. Serve these vegetarian version of wings with a side of kimchi and some sweet chili sauce for extra flavor. Even though I'm not ready to switch over to a full vegetarian diet, but having delicious recipes like these really help make it easy to incorporate more vegetarian meals into my lifestyle. Now I know there are lots of books out there that encourage a vegetarian or plant-based diet, and some of the ones that I own include this How Not to Diet book, which includes 21 suggestions for incorporating more healthy foods into your diet that are plant-based, as well as the other book by the same author, How Not to Die. In addition, I follow this YouTuber, Naomi Smart, and she also has a recipe book that's totally plant-based as well, so check that out and check her channel out if you haven't already. For those of you who also have type A blood, like myself, you may have come across this book. Type A's, supposedly according to their theory, respond really well to a vegetarian diet, whereas a lot of meat are not good for type A blood type. The next recipe is super simple and you can whip it up in just a couple of minutes. I had some leftover romaine lettuce in my fridge, so I've cleaned that and chopped them up. Then I'm going to start the pan, put in a little bit of oil and add in 2 pieces of this fermented soy product. Then I'm adding a little bit of brown sugar and some chopped garlic into the pan. Then we're just going to smash the tofu cubes until it becomes paste-like. The fermented tofu adds a umami flavor to this dish and serves as the base of the flavor profile. Remember to use clean utensils when you're removing the cubes from the container. After that, just add in the romaine lettuce until it's wilted and then it's ready to serve. Another popular ingredient for vegetarian recipes is Yuba, which is the same as tofu sheets. And I've shared this recipe before in a previous video, so I'll put the link above here if you want to check that out. And last but not least, I have 2 delicious eggplant recipes to share with everyone. First, we're going to prep the vegetables. We have some French green beans, some very beautiful and shiny eggplants, a few tomatoes, and then garlic and green onion. First, we're going to chop the tomatoes into large wedges. Then we'll cut the green beans into approximately 5 centimeter segments, and I usually discard the ends as well. The garlic and green onion will be chopped into small pieces. Smashing or flattening the garlic makes it a lot easier to peel the skin off. Lastly, we're going to divide the eggplants or aubergines into two groups. The first group, we will cut them into wedges, similar size as the tomato wedges. And then the other group, we will cut them into strips, kind of like the length and size of the green beans. Before frying the eggplant, we're going to dust them with some cornstarch until they're coated. Then we're going to shallow fry the wedges and the strips in some vegetable oil until they become golden brown. When they're done, then set them aside on some paper towel, which will absorb some of the extra oil. Okay, now we're ready to stir fry the ingredients. So first we're going to add some of the garlic, plus I have some dried red chilies here, into just a teaspoon of oil. And then stir fry until you begin to smell the fragrance. When you can smell the aroma, then add the green beans, then the eggplant strips. It smells wonderful already, but to elevate the dish one more notch, we're going to add in some seasoning sauce. It is a very simple seasoning sauce composed of soy sauce, dark soy sauce, a vegan oyster sauce, a tiny bit of cornstarch to thicken the sauce, and a little bit of mushroom powder. Hope you enjoyed my recipes. Stay tuned for part 2 for the second eggplant recipe. Before I go, I want to share this non-dairy magnum plant-based dessert. It's totally delicious and you can't even tell that it's non-dairy. Bye!